A mysterious body on the beach sparks endless questions. In South Australia, that a body had been embalmed without identification. As investigators pieced together the scant clues left behind, the question of the Somerton man's identity deepened. His attire, meticulously tailored, suggested a man of some means, yet his pockets carried no wallet or personal identification. The absence of labels on his clothing hinted at a deliberate attempt to erase his identity. Those who had seen him the night before described a motionless figure, unconcerned by the bothersome mosquitoes, leading some to question whether he was already beyond help as he lay on the sand. The autopsy painted a mysterious picture. Despite being in excellent physical condition, the man displayed signs of acute internal distress. Congestion of the brain, stomach, liver, and spleen pointed to poisoning, yet no trace of toxins was found in his system. With no clear cause of death, the pathologist's report left more questions than answers, fueling speculation about an undetectable poison. The pasty consumed hours before his death bore no lethal secrets, and the coroner's report only deepened the enigma. Embalmed and unidentified, the Somerton man's case grew colder by the day. But as police delved into the man's belongings, a haunting discovery would surface. A scrap of paper bearing the cryptic words, Tamam Shud. In the depths of the Somerton man's pockets, investigators uncovered a puzzling array of clues. An unused rail ticket to Henley Beach, a bus ticket from Adelaide whose validity was uncertain, and a curious mix of personal items. Yet, nothing was more perplexing than the scrap of paper with Tamam Shud torn from the last page of a book, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Months passed before the book itself surfaced, handed over by an anonymous party. It revealed more than its missing piece. Impressions within its back cover suggested a series of connections yet to be understood. A local telephone number, another enigmatic string of digits, and most baffling of all, a sequence resembling a coded message. Despite numerous attempts, the message remains unsolved. Amidst the growing tension of the early Cold War era, theories swirled like a tempest. Was this a tale of espionage, a coded signal from the shadows? Or perhaps a personal message left by a man who wanted his end to remain shrouded in mystery? With no clear answers, the case churned in the public's mind. Yet the story was far from over. Emerging details would soon hint that this mystery extended far beyond the beach of Somerton Park. The police said this was the first time in South Australia that a body had been embalmed without identification. Yet the mystery deepened when a small, cryptic detail came to light. Months after the body was found, a piece of paper was discovered tucked into the man's fob pocket. It bore the enigmatic phrase Tamam Shud, torn from the final page of a book of poetry, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. A public appeal soon unearthed the book from which the page had been removed. A closer inspection revealed more than just an incomplete verse. Imprinted on the back cover, hidden in the shadows of the paper's fibers, were faint indentations. They formed a sequence of letters, numbers, and seemingly random groupings, a code that remains unsolved to this day. The presence of this cryptic text, alongside a local and another unidentified phone number, suggested a deeper enigma. Was this a message meant for someone or an encrypted confession? Despite decades of scrutiny by cryptographers and amateur sleuths alike, the key to the code remains elusive. Was it just a meaningless jumble, or a deliberate cipher marking the edge of a conspiracy? As theories spiral, the questions only grow more tangled. Could this coded message hold the secrets to unraveling the man's identity and the circumstances of his death? Despite detailed physical descriptions and a public appeal, no one stepped forward to identify this mysterious figure, swiftly dubbed the Somerton Man. A man who lay in an unremarkable spot, yet was cloaked in the shadows of a profound enigma. His attire, carefully chosen and stylish, bore no labels, erasing any trace of origin. An unused train ticket and a bus ticket hinted at a journey never completed. Even his dental records, a seemingly reliable method, returned no match. The world, it seemed, had forgotten him, or never known him at all. The case captured public imagination, not just for its peculiarities, but for its timing. In an era steeped in the paranoia of the early Cold War, intrigue brewed with every whispered theory. Was the Somerton Man a spy, ensnared in a web of espionage and secrecy, his demise masked by an undetectable poison? Months later, the discovery of a scrap of paper in his fob pocket added another layer of perplexity. The phrase, Tamam Shud, it is finished, was ominously torn from the final page of a book, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Yet, if this was meant to conclude the tale, it only deepened the mystery. What role did the book play in this sinister puzzle, and what secrets could it unlock about the man and his untimely end? The Cold War cast a long shadow over the investigation, raising the specter of espionage. In a world weary of spies and secret operations, the Somerton man's demise seemed to fit an all-too-familiar narrative of international intrigue. His lack of identification, the cryptic code, and the mysterious book hinted at a life wrapped in clandestine activities. Authorities speculated, could he have been a spy caught in the crosshairs of geopolitical tensions? The possibility of an undetectable poison, one that eluded even the sharpest forensic minds of the time, only thickened the plot. The presence of a secret code imprinted on the back cover suggested messages meant for someone with the key to unlock the cipher. Was this a simple love message or instructions for a covert operation? The combination of ordinary objects in his pockets, the comb from the US, mismatched cigarettes, and the enigmatic scrap of paper invited theories of a crafted identity, meticulously wiped clean of personal ties. Yet each hypothesis spiraled into more questions. As speculation swirled, the public and the press remained captivated. Could an overlooked detail hold the truth? As we delve deeper into the twists of this enigma, we unearth a clue that may shift the balance of evidence once more. In 2022, a tantalizing breakthrough emerged in the case of Somerton Man, potentially inching us closer to solving this decades-old riddle. Researchers, combining the meticulous science of genetic genealogy, identified similarities between the DNA extracted from the man's hair and that of Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne who vanished without a trace. Professor Derek Abbott, collaborating with genealogist Colleen M. Fitzpatrick, spearheaded this development, revealing a possible identity for the enigmatic figure whose presence has haunted investigators since his discovery on that fateful December day in 1948. Yet, the excitement of this discovery was tempered by caution. South Australia Police and Forensic Science South Australia have yet to validate the findings. The confirmation process remains painstaking as authorities weigh the genetic evidence against the historical record, seeking irrefutable proof. Could this finally be the resolution to a narrative entwined with a mysterious code and an unexplained death? Or will the sands of Somerton Beach continue to guard their secrets, leaving us to wonder, was Charles Webb truly the man who lay unclaimed for so many years?